station. It's been a moment and it's been a while since I've been here, live and in person. You know, um, yeah. But it's always good to be, you know, here. And I know everyone is wondering what happened. You know, where is Rasquiku? We haven't seen him online for some time. Yeah, so I didn't put out any notification that I'm going to be online tonight. And yeah, see, yeah, man, just nine. Yeah, man, give thanks, brethrens and good brethrens, and remember you, yeah, man, remember us. Yeah, give thanks, give thanks. Great to be here. Yeah. Max West, give thanks for coming in the house. All the brothers and sisters who are Melissa, great to see you, man. Great to see you as always. Yeah. Yeah, it's me live and in person, man. It's me. I haven't gone anywhere, you know. Just had some things, and this time that we are living in right now, it's a lot going on. It's a lot in the ether. It's a lot that is happening in the cosmos. It's a lot that is going on. And so some of these things that is happening in the universe and in the cosmos affects us. And what is taking place with the planet is affecting all of us. Yes. Yes, yes, great, Melissa. Give thanks, man. Give thanks to all of you, brothers and sisters that are in the house so far. It's always an honor and a pleasure, man, to see all of you, every last one, man, that is in the house. Yeah, but it's a lot happening. Yeah, that black man. Yeah, man, give thanks. It's a lot that is happening in the universe, and that is a lot that is happening in the cosmos. A lot is going on that a lot of us is totally, put it this way, I'm going to say a lot of the majority of our people are not aware of it. But those of us who we know who we are, that we are the seeds that were to be here at this time, what they call star seeds. We are the ones that come forth, and we come forth with a reason and with a purpose. As you can see, the topic tonight is a very serious topic. This topic actually, I was awakened early this rise, about 3 a.m., when these downloads start coming to me. As you can see, I haven't really been on social media as much lately. I haven't, because what is happening in the cosmos and in the universe and on the planet, I don't know about you guys. You can tell me if it is affecting you. How do you feel in your spirit? How do you feel within your inner being, within the temple? The most precious possession that you have on this planet is this temple that you are traveling in, or this vessel. You also can call it an avatar. You see what I'm saying? Is it, people call it a body, but there is nothing bad about it. And it's very, very important that we recognize these words that we use, word, sound, and power. It is going to be what it is going to bring us forward. But as I said, greetings, everyone. Give thanks for coming in. This is Russ Kwiku, our brother Kwiku, as many of you know me over the years. Yes, and it's a wonderful, wonderful day. I know here on the continent, this time of the year is very hot, actually. It's not the rainy season, so it's very hot right now. And so those are things that we're doing, but it seems very extra hot this year because it's a lot that is taking place. So, and I know where a lot of you guys are, you're feeling either the cold or the heat, that everything turn up like several degrees more than what it usually be. You see what I'm saying is because they have been tampering with the weather, and nature is also reacting, and the universe is also doing its thing, and there is a cleansing that is happening, and this cleansing is going to take place whether one like it, yes or no. So as we go into the subject that we are going to discuss, the enemies of our souls who look like us, you see, we deal with those other ones who we know what they are all about. We knew where they stand. We know who they are. And we know, yes, that in this time, these things were going to happen. And we've been saying it for years. But as we come closer and closer to the time, the downloads, they get stronger and stronger, and the universe open up to us and reveal these things to us that we should know what we are dealing with. And the enemies of our souls who look like us, you see, this is a subject that we often neglect, is those ones who look like us that is trying to keep us down. Because the ones who did the colonization, did the enslavement, they don't need to do anything anymore. And first and foremost, I want to say their reign is pretty much over. It is over. But the ones who is perpetuating the destruction that they want to bring upon those who look like themselves, you see what I'm saying is these are the ones that you must worry about. And listen to me carefully, brothers and sisters, because it is very important and essential that we get this point. Those enemies of our souls could be brother, sister in the flesh. Listen to me carefully. Could be you come from the same portal, the same womb, same mother, same father, same difference. It could be the people who you grew up with, people who you're familiar with, the people who you used to go to church with. When you come to this place and the fullness and the full realization, and you start to realize that the ones that are against you the most is those who look just like me and you. You go to a job, they fight against you. They don't unite with you. They make it difficult for you. If you go into a company sometime to get a job, and these individual who look like you is almost like they're trying to prevent you from getting in the door. Have you ever noticed these things? Have you ever noticed those of us who know that we are chosen, and we are chosen for the purpose that we are here on this plane for? Those of us who know that for certainty. You see what I'm saying is we know we grew up around family members who they hate you for no reason. They were always coming against you and you wondering why. These are the realities that we must deal with. There have to be a cleansing in among us, in among our household. You as an individual and I as an individual must know where I stand in this dispensation that is happening. We are no longer in a three-dimensional state of being. We passed that. Those that are living in the three-dimensional state, the things that affect you and I does not affect them. Realize that. It's not that they're not going through things, but the way that you and I are seeing things, if you're in your true spiritual self, is that everything is open and naked and exposed right in front of you. Nothing can be hidden from you anymore. Because what you call the God What you call the God has risen up inside of you. Yes, greetings, everyone. Greetings. Give thanks, man, as all of you forwarding, you know. Give thanks. Great to be here. But as you rise in your higher self, where this so called materialistic world doesn't mean anything to you anymore, I don't know where you are on your journey. Sometime you will just walk away from things that everyone think is so important for the world that they live in, your family members, your so-called friends, which are not your friends, that you call friends. That's what they gravitate to. You wonder why they are around you. But everything is being amplified. Everything is being shown to you. You see, in this age of Aquarius that we are, find ourselves, there is nothing hidden anymore. You see what I'm saying? Nothing. And that is why these ones who run this so called three dimensional state are pretty much at their wits' end. Don't be afraid of any of their weapons or whatever they think they might have. It is not a time that you're living in to exercise fear anymore. It's a time for you to know and rise in your power. Because you are going to see even those who look like you fall, and you're not going to feel sorry for them because you recognize that their spirit and yours is not the same. I can tell you, brothers and sisters, something. Those that are not on the continent, being here on the continent, you see it amplified a lot of times. And a lot of us that had transferred here to the continent who were invited by our great ancestors. And when I say ancestors, I want to make something clear. I just don't call them any ancestors because, as I often says, it's two kind of ancestors. There are the ancestors that are truly wicked, those ones that helped to sold us in enslavement. Remember that. We don't want to deny that because it is the reality. Now, they will not escape the judgment that is set for them. Make no mistake about it. They will not. It is the reality that you are seeing being manifest at this time. That these individuals are going to pay. Remember this, my people. You can't save anyone, not even your child. You can't save them. You only can give them instruction because the only person that you can save is you. And if you are truly a chosen one on this path, you know what I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. So you are in a state where you are moving upwards on this journey. It is not a downward journey that you find yourself on a downhill spiral. You realizing now that the material things that you think that was going to make you happy and was going to make you content or so-called comfortable is not doing it for you. Isn't that so? You see, the true reality is this, that once you wake up, your spirit within you start rising. There is no going backwards. No, it's not. Because your purpose each day should be revealing itself to you more and more. And I'm going to run a few things in this to you, my dear, wonderful brothers and sisters who are on your spiritual journey. The reality is that you are on your spiritual journey, you are truly, truly satisfied with who you are. It's no longer about becoming someone you think you should be. You are the person that you were looking for, and everything that you thought that you were looking for and going to gain, you realize that it's not important. And the work that you have to do on yourself, because everything starts with you, you had to work on yourself and work through many traumatic situations that you experience in life. And even those ones that you didn't want to deal with, you have to deal with them. Isn't that so? All of these traumatic experience that you swept under the rug, growing up and how you may be treated by family members, those are around you, those you go to school with, and all of these difference and the like. Because why did they treat you the way they treat you? And making you, trying to make you feel that you are less than. The reality of it is, they see something in you that they don't see in themselves. You can't see it because the reality is that you are just thinking, I'm just this normal person. I'm just this regular person. No, you're not. Everyone knows that you are different from them. Accept it. Everyone knows. And so, even for I myself, from I was young, growing up, and people are saying to me, oh, you're different. You're different from your brothers and sisters. What are you talking about? What are these individuals talking about? The reality is, it is so. They see it. But because you're just going on about life and you're not thinking in that way, you're just trying to live, trying to get along with everyone. And then all of a sudden, sometimes you realize that they don't even want to get along with you. They just want you out of the way. And you're thinking, could that be so? Some of them try to isolate you because they see in you what they don't see in themselves. Is one thing I can say to a lot of us, my people, and I want you guys to listen to me carefully. This biblical book that they call Bible is not about what you think it's about. For instance, listen to me carefully. There wasn't no person named Joseph in the Bible. It was about you. You in your family was this person that you always thinking and wondering, why are my brothers and sisters against me? Why are these people that are around me, these family members, don't like me? Why are they saying the things that they are saying about me? Because you become that, Joseph. You wear that coat. They can see it in you, what you don't see in yourself. That is what is happening. That is why you're different. And you did not want to accept that difference. And realizing that the enemies of your soul are those who look like you. We didn't want to accept that. How do you process that? How do you accept that? They choose their journey as you choose yours. Be aware. You see, most of us sit and we see the world in a one-dimensional way. No, please don't. Don't think that you are, the only thing that is here. Okay? Don't think, because when you talk about spirituality, a lot of our people, they get, oh, this spooky thing, and no. We're not talking about spooky things. We're talking about reality. A reality that you won't see because you were blinded. The veil was not lifted off your face, so you could not see it. That's why you were in the religions. That's why you were in these churches. That's why you were in these things. And you still couldn't find your way because it didn't all make sense to you. And even a lot of sisters and brothers can say these things and tell me because I'm just I'm just already putting out there what you know within your own self, and sometimes you don't want to accept it. That here is individuals in these places that in these churches you go to, the schools you go to, the jobs you go to, they did not like you. And you couldn't figure out why these individuals didn't like you. They do things to sabotage you, to sabotage your work. Your brothers and sisters try to get you in trouble with your parents. Am I telling the truth or am I not? Hmm? I'm your reflection. Know thyself. You see, the system put us outside of ourselves to look outside of ourselves for answers, but we who are the chosen ones, we come to the place where we realize that there is no answer outside of self. There is no answer outside of yourself. It's all within you. As your higher self, so your lower self. Know which one is speaking to you. And the higher self, my dear brothers and sisters, will never lie to you. It cannot. It will always tell you the truth. But one of the things that a lot of us was famous at doing is second guessing that spirit. That's why we get into so much trouble. That's why we lose our way many times. That's why we get caught up into the things that we get caught up. But the world can never satisfy or soothe our soul because we don't belong. We don't belong in this matrix, and we know that. Because ever since we came, we knew that something was wrong, and our aim was always to find out. That's why they see you as different. You didn't accept the everyday so called normal that you know that wasn't normal. No, you didn't. You see, they give you position in this world, and it was never enough. You see what I'm saying? It was never enough because that cannot truly satisfy you. You are here for a change. And so the system is always searching for you. They are always searching to find you and to destroy you. And even in this biblical story, it tells you that you are the David that come to slew the Goliath. Because when you know yourself, everything must reveal itself to you. The system is the Goliath. There was no such thing, what they tell you in these stories, or allegories, whatever you want to call them. Our ancestors, our true ancestors, they leave codes for us. They leave messages for us that we may get it clear and that we should know. And as I said, when many of us come onto the continent, we think, okay, we are here to save our people. No. Anyone who passed a certain stage, you can't save them. The system has a full control over them. They are totally zombified. But how the system works, the system It's making you feel and think what it wants you to think. And how does the system lock them in? They watch these movies such as Thriller, Michael Jackson Thriller, where they see all these so-called dead people coming up out of the cemeteries in whole raggedy tear of clothes. No, no. If you look at most of our people today, they are like walking dead. Be honest with yourself. And it's nothing you can do to help them. It's nothing you can say that is going to change their course. And sometimes you will find yourself in a situation, and no matter how this person is wrong, they and the old system will come against you like wild dogs coming to destroy flesh. You notice these things. You notice that those who look like you, they will persecute you. And you ask yourself, you keep asking yourself, what have I done to these individuals to deserve this? No, you haven't done anything to them. But each time they see you, there's a light that comes from you that they are not able to withstand the light. They are not able to withstand the light that you radiate. You see, because when you come around, you illuminate. You do. Many of us don't realize these things, but it's true. So they know you, they mark you. They mark you to come against you to destroy you. And sometimes, some of us, we got what we call a dummy's hat or a fool's hat on because we don't want to accept the truth about these things. But as it says, you will know the truth and the truth will set you free. When you know the truth and the truth set you free from the bondage that you are being held, that you are being held hostage to. You see, yes, my brother, it is true. It's a difficult journey. It is. But you know, the more you get to know yourself, and the more you go deep within and you do the necessary work, the shadow work, the cleansing, and all these different things, then you start to see everything start to open up to you. And then you're going to find yourself start attracting like-minded individual around yourself. They're going to come. Don't search for them. You don't need to. Light bearers recognize light bearers. Yes, we recognize each other. You know, like today, great molester, that is great work. Meditate every day. It's very, very important and essential. And you must have specific things that you are meditating on, specific things that you want to accomplish. And anything that causes you not to focus on your meditation, you must find out what it is within your own self. Ask yourself questions, and yourself will answer the questions for you. And that is so. But I was having a reasoning with one of my good brothers in Australia, a great brother from Zimbabwe. We've been communicating for quite a number of years. And now, today we were having a reasoning. And I said to my brother, I said, imagine how many years you and I have been reasoning. We never met each other face to face. But I said, here, we sit on this phone and we reason for 1 hour. We're not arguing, we're just full encouraging and strengthening each other. I said, if you tell people that you have a brother and a friend like that, they would say you're imagining things. Isn't that so? But I know it's true. He knows it's true. We are not imagining this. I have connection with many of you, and we reason, we talk, and these things we all can attest to. That the energy and the vibration that you feel, sometimes you're in a down moment, and you might pick the phone up and call me. I call a brother, a spiritual brother, and a spiritual sister, and all of a sudden, everything just come full circle. All the answers that you were needing come forward to you, and the state or the being that you was in, it start to shift. Maybe you were feeling down, maybe you were feeling drained, and all of that start to shift and change. Isn't that so? You're not imagining things, it's the truth. It is the vibration that is going through the planet right now. It is the time of revealing. You see, yes, it is so. So it's a time of revealing. So all of these things are being revealed to us. So what are we going to do about it? See something here. Let me just check this, what this brother said a while ago. What you are saying. Yes, my brother. Yes, give thanks. Kenra. Yeah, you know, the thing is, yeah, we really and truly have to recognize and realize the importance of what is happening, what is transpiring at this time. You see, and at this time, you need to be in a place where you can focus. You need to be away from the distraction. You need to be away from those zones that they are targeting. You see, and they are using those who look like you to do the work because they don't need to do anything anymore. They don't. They don't need to do nothing anymore. Everything is on automatic. It is. We who are in this place need to know this. Know your strength. Know your power. Because you are going to rise into a place that you would never imagine that you could arise to. So the true ancestors are calling. Are you listening? Are you responding? Yes, my dear Melissa, it is so. This time you're going to see more and more of the ones who are in the same dimension as you that is arising. They, you see, they can't stop us no more. They don't have the power to stop the changes that are coming. So that's why I keep saying to everyone, come out of the state of fear. Because fear is not going to allow you to walk into your power. You have to know that you have the power to make the changes that you want. And no one, listen to me carefully, no one can stop this. No government, no religion, no family, none of these ones can ever stop what is taking place on this planet right now. No guns, no bombs, no nuclear weapon will be able to win this battle. You can feel it within your own inner being. You can feel the changes within your own inner self. So do not deny yourself anymore, my brothers and sisters. Don't. There's days you wake up and you feel sick. Why? Because the planet is cleansing and you must be also cleansed because she is contaminated by all of these, you name it, and they have done it to her. But we are here for the change. And our true children must arise. So not because there are many who look like us, doesn't mean that they're us. Doesn't mean that they are on our side of this journey. Yes, Max, it is so true, my brother. It's a calm before the storm. Yes, Joe's 9. Yes, it's true. The reality is a storm coming, and you can feel it. Even in your bones, you can feel it. And this is not Jesus coming out of the sky to rescue anyone, my dear brothers and sisters. No, no, it is the shift. It is the universal shift that is taking place. Himutap, Eru, give thanks, my brother. It is the shift that is taking place. And you're going to go through what they call hell right now, chosen people. You are gonna go through what they call hell in a literal sense of the word. But the reality is, those who are of us, who have risen up to a certain point, will not feel the impact as of those who just come in online. Because we know for some time why we are here. And the clarity has been coming more and more and more day by day, year by year. You are getting more clear, crystal clear. That is what is happening. Make no mistake about it. Nothing can change what is heading towards these ones, the enemies of our souls. You will not feel sorry for them, even though they look like you. So that's why I tell my people, all these so-called prime ministers and presidents that you're talking about, oh, they're presidents of my people. No, you see, the reality is, they are not you. They are the guardians. They are the keepers of the gate. They're not on your side, never have been. I can tell you from the continent here, on this continent that we call Mama Africa, the chosen ones were taken away. So all those who you call kings and queens and all whatever, the true ones were taken away from the land. These are all impostors that you're seeing. So don't be impressed by their dress. You think, really, my people, you really sit down and think for a moment that the true ones could be here on the continent in this position and things would be in the position and in the condition that you see them? Really? No, it's not possible. And all of the imposters know themselves. They do. All of those, whether you're in the Caribbean or wherever, and you see them so-called ruling, I don't, I don't think, I don't think I get that video, my sister. I mean, if you could resend it to me, but I don't remember getting that one on my email. So you can send it to me again. I would give thanks for that. You see, what I'm saying is, if these ones were truly here, Do you think what is going on the continent could be happening? Don't you realize these are enemies of your souls that you are looking at and that you are lauding or praising? Don't you see how the people around in a lot of ways that have no need to suffer are suffering when they have all of the resources that you can ever imagine in abundance? Think, my people, do you realize that the guardians, these enemies of our souls, they are everywhere we go? You look in the Caribbean, what do you see? Is one's there to see that you don't rise up because they have been placed there as enemies of your soul. You see, in this so-called story of this David and Goliath, who was hunting this so-called David? Wasn't it one who was in his own camp? Wasn't it the king? Think about it. Hmm? Give thanks, my sister Paula. Give thanks. You see, that is the reality. You see what I'm saying is that is the reality there. Avatar movie, the big blue people. Yes, my brother, it is true. You see, these are the things that we must recognize and we must focus. And we must not lose focus this time. I'm telling you, listen to me, brothers and sisters. It is not the time to get distracted with all this foolishness that is going on out here. It is not the time. Don't get distracted by all of this rubbish. That's the place they want you to be. Many of us used to get caught up in the sports, in the basketball, in the football, all of these very things. Brothers, my dear sisters and brothers, and sometimes when it comes to brothers, we get so caught up in these things. But if you are a chosen one, you realize that these things doesn't mean anything to you. And that is the key because they were sent forth to distract you. So you choose players, you call on teams that have nothing to do with you, didn't business with you. Yes, my dear sister Melissa, very good. Shower, yeah, man. Yeah, so this is the thing. Yes, yeah. You see, these are the things that we must recognize and realize what these things were all about. And like I said, as chosen ones, at some point we get caught up in it for a little while. But once we step away and we start, because it wasn't satisfying to us anymore, because we wasn't truly attached to any of this foolishness. Yes, my brother. You see, these are the things. So we know. You see, as you said, my brother, these so-called puppet leaders, they have those who pull their strings. Yes, and we know the puppet masters. They're not hidden from us anymore. They create their schools, they create their penitentiary, and they give us brainwash education to make us into the fool. We show them love, they show us hate. You see, yeah, distraction lead to destruction. That is reality. You see, the thing is when you're in something, sometimes I hear brothers and sisters and they will say, oh, if Malcolm X was here, if Marcus Garvey was here, if Bob Marley was here, if this one, Patrice Lumumba, and all these different great ones was here. Stop it, my dear brothers and sisters. Listen to me carefully. Hear me out. Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, Patrice Lumumba, Nani, you name them all. I could sit here and name them all night. But you know what they did? They was here for their time. And they were running into the relay race. And the relay race that they were running, they were decisive in their leg of the race. They have passed the baton onto you. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to sit there and say, no, they were not assigned to finish the race? You are. Stop denying yourself of greatness. They hand the baton to you, and it's almost like you're refusing to take it and run with everything you got inside of you. You see, me as a runner, as I used to be, when we were running relay race and you get that baton, all I could see in front of me is the finish line. I didn't see anyone on the sideline. I didn't see anything else because none of that was important. Because my teammates who work hard, train hard, and know and have the full courage and the knowing that I have the ability that when they give me that baton, I'm going to finish the race and I'm going to finish decisively. Look into your own self and bring the greatness out because it starts from you and radiate out. The enemies of your soul, they can't stop you. Listen to me carefully. They only can try. They only can try. Give thanks, my sister, give thanks. They only can try to stop you, but they don't have the ability to stop you. Only you can stop yourself. Only you. No matter how hard they try, you have no limitation. The limitations are the ones that you place on yourself. So Malcolm X is not here. Patrice Lumumba is not here. Thomas Sankara is not here. You name them, and all those great sisters, like the Rosa Parks and all these other sisters, you can name a lot of them that have fought and have shed blood that you could be here today. Those are the ancestors that you revere. Those are the ones that never cower at the system. The Khalid Muhammad, all of these ones, they never cower at the system. They never cave to the system. They speak truth wherever they are. The Bamalis, they never fail to speak truth. They didn't care who we stand in front of or whoever was around. They was going to speak truth, universal truth. Show me an African leader that call themselves that has been put there by these colonial power that speak truth. Show me one. Show me one. And everyone that they may assist to get there, when they get there and they start to look for their people, they send in the hitman, the ones who look like them. Who killed Patrice Lumumba? Isn't it enemies of his soul who look like him? Who killed Thomas Sankara? Wasn't it one who looked just like him that was supposed to be his best friend, that they were eating out of the same pot, so to speak? Hmm? You see what I'm saying? Look at who destroy these Africans that rise up, like the Kwame Nkrumah. Who destroyed him? Isn't it enemies of his soul who look like him? Isn't it so? The enemies of our soul who look like us, they will stop at nothing when they see you. They look at you even when you're on the continent. Yes, you see them, you recognize them as your people, but they see you as an enemy. They will love everyone else over you. They will make sure that they do everything to make you run away. But I'm saying to my people, hear me and hear me good. You see, when I first came here, and I know it's been going on for a long time, that they put up a door of no return in Cape Coast, in these dungeons. Because after they got rid of us, those of us who truly belong here, they decided that we were not going to return. And these great ancestors decide, okay, we will see. We are going to preserve our seeds. We are going to fight and we will shed blood to preserve them. But they are going to return. And they know that when we return, we will get fights. We will get them coming against us, the enemies of our souls. But do not be deterred. Don't run away. You belong at the table. And if you run away, your seat will be taken by someone else. Trust me. Yes, my brother, jealous. That is so. Because they know who you are. You think they don't know? Do you think that they don't know who you are? They know. They recognize you. They're not going to say it to you because the light that you carry is so bright that sometimes they're staring at you as if they just can't take their eyes off you. It's like they're trying to look deep within your soul because no, they haven't. How? Yes, but we know. We know who we are. They know who we are. Make no mistake about that. Don't run away. No one can defeat you wherever you go in this world. Wherever you are called, don't run away. They will never be able to defeat you. Stay powerful, my people. Stay strong. Focus on your inner self. Stop trying to save those who look like you. Stop trying to save those who look like you. Yes, my brother. Check each day your suit of armor that you wear to find any hole in it. Strengthen it. You see, give thanks indeed. You know? Yeah, man. It is love always. You see, the other day, I had a little moment when I was not on the media and the medium, and a sister that I was in touch with, um, apparently she was trying to get in touch with me and she was not able to get in touch with me. And so she took some offense to that and she sent me a message on YouTube, not on YouTube, rather, on my media, and my WhatsApp, and saying that she thought that I was genuine brother. But if you are in a space at a time when you are not on media because of circumstances beyond your control, and one doesn't even think that to ask her to send a message and say, "Are you okay? Is everything good?" Whatever the case may be, don't prejudge anyone. Because really and truly, the only person we have a right to judge is our own self, you see. So, what I'm saying is, it is pivotal, it's important that we don't jump the gun, so to speak. Sharpen up your awareness, you see, and give everyone love. If they are a true brother or a true sister, then you will know and you will sense within your own being and within your own self if something isn't right and something is wrong with them, you will know. Your vibration, if your vibration is correct, you will know and you won't prejudge the situation. And then you come at brothers and sisters and leave messages that has nothing to do with the truth. You see, me, I don't judge anyone. I don't need to. Everyone judge themselves and reveal themselves. And that's what we have to learn to do. Because as I said, we have the enemies who look like us all around us. So be aware. Never let your guard down. It's not any time for you to let your guard down right now. Do not let your guard down. Whatever you do, this is not the time for it. You see this year coming, what they call 2024. Think about those numbers. Listen to me carefully. You're going to see a lot. And if for you, if you are in the correct place, you're going to receive everything that you need and you desire. Make sure you are desiring the correct things. You see, make sure that you're staying powerful within your own self. Don't ask for less, ask for more. More energy, more strength, more vigor, more strong, balanced vibration within your own self, within your own being. It's very essential, it's very important that you do that. Yes, give thanks. So I'm saying it's time for all of us to sharpen up our awareness, and we must know the environments that we are in. Stop using GPS. Start making landmarks. Start moving around. Start going around and learning your environment by memory. Landmark, different things. Start to use this. It's very important. But great things is about to happen for you, my people, chosen ones. Yes. So when we are talking these days, we must be precise, we must be decisive. You see, and we know all around us right now, people are jumping up and down, celebrating, going on with their foolishness as usual. But don't get distracted by none of it. Stay powerful, stay great. Always move into your higher self. And as you move into this higher self, it is going to be very great for you. And you're going to see yourself become so powerful that you will never imagine that it is you. But it is great to be on here. Yes, my sister, keep a map. That's a great idea. Keep a map with you wherever you go. We have to get the basic, and thank you for mentioning that, my sister. The thing is, we have to go to basic, and we have to start to connect things within our self again. as we used to before we had numbers in cell phone, before we had GPS, we could get to any place very quickly. Is what I'm saying. And we could stop on the side of the road and look at a map in for a few minutes and say, okay, this road will take me to this road, that road will take me to this road, and bam, before you know it, you're there. And that's how we used to work. But the system changed that. The system caused a lot of us to use less and less of our brain. And that is so. Yes. So inner self, higher self, and these are not the days for our lower self. We must dispense of that and we must rise. I give thanks. It was great to be here. As I said, I know it's been a moment since I've been on here. And so, yes, thank you all for being here tonight. It's night where I am. I know it's maybe daytime or afternoon where a lot of you are. And I give thanks that you take some time out to come in and tune into the African Liberation Station. And we always, yeah, my name is Trisha down in Jamaica. Give thanks. Yeah, Max West, give thanks. Yeah, man. So I know that where we are is different time zone all over, but you know it is so. And if you didn't get a chance to listen to the show, please go and listen to it from the very beginning because it is important that we recognize those enemies of our souls who look like us. And you must pass this on to others that they can see for themselves. Is what I'm saying. It's very important, it's very essential. It's just like the people. They go and they vote for the same people over and over, and the same people keep doing the same thing to them, and they are lost. We are not those lost ones. We are not in these religions anymore that is holding us and keeping us down because those were created by the system. But the people who master and the people who run them, they look just like me and you, the enemies, the true enemies of our souls. So be aware that they are everywhere. But when you come into higher spiritual self, it is not hard to identify them. The hardest part is going to be is that you have to accept that they are ones who are close to you, who look like you. That is the part, is the acceptance. Yes, my brother Casey. I'll try to come on live more. Like I said, I was taking some time off. Um, because of circumstances, I was taking some time off and going through some personal healing processes and so on and so forth. And these are things sometimes, you know. So, yes, but give thanks, and I will always try to pass the messages on. But sometimes, the universe slows us down because we need to really take time out for our own self, to build ourselves, to strengthen ourselves, you know. Yeah. So, yes, my brother, you're in Uganda, Casey in Uganda, give thanks, you know. Sometimes I apologize sometimes because what happened is sometimes we say brother or sister, don't take no offense to it because we don't see a name like that on here, and so sometimes, yeah. But um, as I said, as for me, you know, I know that there's time when, and more so now, that I have to take time out for myself. I have to look after myself. I have to strengthen my own inner self and my outer self. Yes, true. So yeah, one Africa give thanks, So yeah, we have to look after ourselves. Try to eat as best as you can these days. And you realize, and one of the things you're going to realize that these days, for chosen ones, you don't really find yourself where you're eating like you used to, like you're feeling like for a lot of food. You might feel more of a liquid because of, the time and the season that you are going through. Yeah, and those are important things for us to recognize. And that's what I'm saying to you is that realize these things, listen to your inner self, and know that it's important for you to follow through and what your temple is calling for. You see, as I said, I don't call it a body, I call it my temple because there's nothing bad about it. You see what I'm saying? So the temple needs to be fed, it needs to be looked after. It is the most important thing that you possess. Yes, yes. And that is the key, you see, for us to know. So self is important, and everything else, once we look after self, everything else will fall into place. And it's very important that we recognize and realize these things. So, yes, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. It's always great to vibe with all of you. I know quite a few of you was in the house tonight, and it was great to be here, and it's great to share these thoughts. So share this with others who are like minded. Don't force it on anyone, but share it with others. Help them to see what they must do and to be reminded that the enemies of their soul looks like them that are really going after and trying to destroy you as an individual. So, yes, I know that. All of us know that. All of us recognize, we must recognize it. And all of the things we talk about, such as even growing up and how you were isolated and all of these different things. Why is it important that you know why these things was happening to you? So if you didn't know then, now you know. What is it that you're going to do about it? That is the question, you see. So, yes, everyone, please look after yourself. Give thanks for your participation, my wonderful brothers and sisters, and we shall speak soon. And I look forward to that. Have a great rest of the night, my people. Sorry.